$8 million. That's what Blake Lively is asking Justin Baldoni to hand over. But here's the thing, he just said absolutely not. And the reason why is about to pull back the curtain on one of Hollywood's messiest legal wars in years. Back when It Ends With Us was supposed to be this beautiful, important film adaptation, nobody thought it would end like this. On-set tension, public drama. And now, two major players in the industry are locked in a legal battle that spiraled into something nobody saw coming. But before we get into what just happened in court this week, we need to understand how we got here. The whole thing started during filming. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, who was also directing, apparently couldn't see eye to eye on the story, the scenes, the tone, everything. Sources have claimed there were disagreements about how sensitive scenes would be shot, creative direction clashes, and a fundamental misalignment on what the movie should be. By the time production wrapped, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Then the movie came out, and the promotional tour became something else entirely. Blake seemingly avoided red carpets with Justin. Interviews felt cold. The whole world was watching this unfold in real time on social media. But the real battle started in the courtroom, not on the internet. Blake Lively's legal team filed suit, claiming mistreatment on set, arguing that Baldoni's direction and behavior created an unsafe working environment. She alleged unprofessional conduct, creative disputes that crossed lines, and claimed she had to bring in a threat consultant during production. It was serious, it was detailed, and it was expensive to litigate. Court fees, depositions, expert witnesses, legal teams on both sides, this thing ballooned into something massive. Months and months of legal battles, thousands of pages of documents, multiple court appearances, the kind of lawsuit that eats millions of dollars before anyone even gets close to a verdict. Then last week, Blake's legal team made a bold move. They filed a request asking the judge to order Justin Baldoni to pay her legal fees. All of them. $8.2 million to be exact. The argument was straightforward, she won or she's winning, so he should cover the costs of her fighting back against his alleged misconduct. It's not uncommon in Hollywood lawsuits, the winning party can sometimes force the other side to pay. But $8 million? That's a specific number. That's detailed billing records. That's every deposition, every expert consultant, every late night with lawyers hammering out briefs. Here's where it gets interesting. Baldoni's team didn't just push back. They came out swinging. In court documents filed just days later, his legal representatives basically said, no way, not happening, and not even close to that amount. They argue that Blake Lively's claimed expenses are wildly inflated, that she's padding bills, hiring unnecessary experts, and running up costs on purpose. They claimed some of her legal work wasn't directly related to the core case. They questioned expert fees. They challenged the necessity of certain depositions. And most importantly, they asked the judge to either throw out the request entirely or slash it down to a fraction of what she's asking for. The documents are dense, technical, and full of legal arguments. But what they're really saying is this: Your Honor, Blake Lively's legal team went overboard. They hired expensive people to do things that weren't necessary, and now she wants us to pay for her extravagance? That's not how this works. This is where the money fight gets real. $8 million isn't just a number. It's the difference between settling quietly and fighting to the bitter end. It's the difference between having the resources to mount a massive legal defense and having to cut corners. In Hollywood, whoever can afford the longest legal war often wins. That's just the reality. And right now, both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni are showing they're willing to spend whatever it takes to prove their point, or, in Baldoni's case, to prove that the other side spent too much. But here's what nobody's really talking about. What do these fees actually cover? Blake's team would argue that every penny was necessary to fight back against Baldoni's alleged misconduct. They're paying for specialists who understand workplace harassment law. They're paying for investigators who dug into the on-set dynamics. They're paying for the kind of legal firepower you need when you're up against a director and producer with their own resources and connections. In her view, these fees aren't inflated. They're the bare minimum required to get justice. Baldoni's team sees it differently. They're saying some of this work was redundant, that Blake's legal team went beyond what was necessary, and that they shouldn't be punished financially for her aggressive approach to litigation. They're essentially arguing that she's using the legal system as a way to pile on additional costs to her opponent, turning the lawsuit into a financial war, not just a legal one. Here's the reality. Judges deal with fee disputes like this all the time. They have to decide what's reasonable, what's necessary, and what's just lawyers billing for the sake of billing. And in cases involving major celebrities with serious allegations, those fees can absolutely reach into the millions. Expert witnesses in high-profile cases can charge $50,000 or more just to write a report. Depositions with multiple attorneys present add up fast. Travel costs, document review, trial preparation, it all compounds. So what's likely to happen? The judge will probably reject Blake's request for the full $8 million, but they might order Baldoni to pay a significant portion of it, maybe half, maybe more, depending on how the case has actually gone and who's winning. If Blake's allegations are strong and hold up in court, a judge might side with her and say, yes, you have to pay most of these fees. If the case is murkier, Baldoni's arguments about inflated costs might carry more weight. But here's what's really fascinating about this moment. This isn't just about money. This is about power in Hollywood. This is about whether a major actress can take on a director-producer and actually make it stick. This is about whether you can hold someone accountable even if they have resources, connections, and their own legal team ready to fight back. And this is about the cost, literally the financial cost, of demanding accountability in an industry that's historically protected powerful men. The It Ends With Us lawsuit has become a test case for how Hollywood handles these kinds of disputes. Every actor paying attention is watching. Every director is watching. Every producer is watching, because whatever happens with this fee dispute could set a precedent for how much it costs to fight back and whether it's even worth it for other people considering similar legal battles. There's also the question of what this says about the original case itself. If Blake Lively is confident enough to ask for $8 million in legal fees, that suggests her legal team believes they're winning. You don't ask for that kind of money if you think you're going to lose. On the flip side, Baldoni's aggressive pushback suggests he believes either he's in a stronger position than people think, or he's willing to fight dirty on every front, including the financial one. The truth is, we don't know what the judge will decide. We don't know what documents are sealed, what testimony has been given, or what's really happening behind closed courtroom doors. All we have are these public filings, these glimpses into how both sides see the situation. And what we're seeing is two powerful people locked in an expensive stalemate, with lawyers getting rich on both sides, and the public left to speculate about who's actually right. But that's kind of the point, isn't it? Hollywood legal wars have become a form of entertainment in themselves. We follow every filing, every statement, every allegation like it's a scripted drama. Because in a way it is two famous people, a real conflict, actual consequences, and no script to tell us how it ends. When that judge makes a decision about these legal fees, it's going to say something about power in Hollywood. It's going to say something about accountability. And it's going to set the tone for the next actor or actress who thinks about fighting back against someone more powerful than them. That's why this matters beyond just the $8 million. That's why people are going to keep watching, keep arguing, keep speculating. So here's the question for you. Do you think Blake Lively's legal fees are justified? Is $8 million reasonable for fighting a battle like this, or is it inflated? And more importantly, do you think she's actually going to win this case, or is Baldoni's pushback a sign that there's more to this story than we know? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to stay on top of every twist in Hollywood's biggest legal battles, hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, this isn't over. Not even close.